So I do think that Sarah Michelle Gellar is definitely starting to enjoy the grifting because she's definitely grifting to the point where I don't know if she's trying to do this to try to get her name out there because she's trying to make some sort of a comeback in the movie scene, or maybe she saw what grifting does for other people in the female space in terms of Hollywood and whatnot. Not maybe not pointing fingers at Jennifer Lawrence, but kind of doing so. But the point is, she first comes out and says that women cannot be superheroes. Just like Jennifer Lawrence, she says the same exact thing. And now there's a new article that comes to us from Variety that apparently says that a steamy Daphne Velma kiss and gay Fred joke were all cut from Scooby-Doo movie, which Sarah Michelle Gellar starred in, and she confirmed it, and she said that the world wants to see it. So now she's grifting on the whole LGBTQ thing because now the Velma series on HBO Max has come out, and all of a sudden, we need to believe that these two scenes were just magically cut out from this movie. Seriously, you never spoke about this before, so why are you speaking about it now? It just seems odd to me. So you're either trying to grift to the point where you can get your name in more and more headlines, which I think is partially true, or you're just basically lying about it because you know that this whole LGBTQ nonsense that has been spawned from the new Velma HBO Max series, you're now trying to double down on it in the hopes to garner more views and more favoritism your way. It just seems very odd to me. So we're going to go with the article, guys. This one comes to us from Variety. And it says, steamy Daphne Velma kiss and gay Fred joke cut from Scooby-Doo movie and confirms Sarah Michelle Gellar, the world wants to see it. Not really. Not really. The world doesn't need to see it, doesn't want to see it, because the world has seen it time and time again. There's nothing stunning and brave about a LGBTQ relationship anymore. Like that ship has completely sailed, and I don't know why you keep trying to jump on it when it's been gone for decades at this point. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is from the 2002 Scooby-Doo movie. Okay, we're in 2023. All right, that's 2 decades past, and now she wants to talk about how there was 2 scenes cut from this 2002 movie. Like, really? You really want someone to believe you? Honestly, this entire thing is just shilling to the max. This is complete BS. But let's see what she has to say, because I want to laugh at the grift here. So it says, Sarah Michelle Gellar confirmed during a recent visit on Watch What Happens Live that 2002's live-action Scooby-Doo movie shot and cut a steamy gay kiss between her character Daphne and Linda Cardellini's Velma. The film also starred Matthew Lillard as Shaggy and Freddie Prinze Jr. as Fred. Gellar said all 4 actors signed on to the James Gunn scripted film because it was less family-friendly, only for the theatrical release, to remove a lot of the risque moments. There was a steamy kiss. It got cut. There was an actual kiss between Daphne and Velma that got cut, Gellar said. I feel like the world wants to see it. I don't know where it is. Why? Why does the world want to see it? Why do you think the world wants to see it? For what? What is so stunning and brave about Daphne and Velma kissing? The only reason why you're bringing it up is because now Daphne and Velma are having a relationship in the new Velma series. That's the only reason why you're bringing it up. So this is your opportunity to grift off of that. It's so obvious. I don't know why anybody would want to read this stuff and believe that any of this is true. I don't read Variety, so like if I see an article that happens to be Variety, obviously I'll report on it because they're the only ones reporting on it. But I would say that I can't read this article and genuinely believe a single word that she's saying. How could you believe a word she's? It's too convenient. You know what I mean? Like when a article is too convenient and it's too juicy, it almost raises my eyebrow immediately. I don't believe a single word that she's saying because it's an obvious grift. It says Gellar also revealed that an insult Daphne made to Fred about Fred being gay was also cut from Scooby-Doo's theatrical release, because of course it was. Of course it was. I wouldn't be surprised if they make Fred gay in the new HBO show. There was a great line, too, that I'll never forget, Gellar said. Daphne and Fred were having a fight, and I yelled at him. That ascot makes you look gay. I slammed the door at him. They cut that, too. I think that was the reason I signed on to the movie. It's something everyone's thought for a long time. There's always been an implication about Fred being interested in both parties. It all got cut. Since when? Since when? I don't understand this. Since when? Since when, man? Fred has always been into Daphne. How are you going to say, oh, there's implications of him being gay? People look for this stuff. That's my problem with this, man. People try to pander to the LGBTQ, and they use them as pets, and they always want to come out and say, oh, well, if you look hard enough and you look deep enough, there's definitely at this point in time, at this 1 second in time, an implication that Fred just might be gay. Even though everything else points to the obvious notion that he is not gay, no. There's at this point in time that I feel like, because I looked deep enough into this and I overthought and I overanalyzed, I feel like he's definitely gay. Just like Velma, they're all gay. Everybody's gay in this fucking show. That's what they want to convince you is the truth. These are people who overanalyze things and look for things that aren't really there. And they do this all the time. And they use the LGBTQ community to their advantage because they know it's a very emotional community that is going to try to come out and lash out if things are not necessarily going their way, or if things are going positively, then obviously they're going to come out and publicly support it. Maybe not necessarily with their dollar, but they do support it on Twitter, get a bunch of likes and retweets and stunning and brave and all this stuff. They use them as pets. They really do. And this is a prime example of them doing so. They see an opportunity to grift off of the LGBTQ, and they're going to do it. And now all of a sudden, Fred is just magically gay. 2 decades later, he's just magically gay. He's been implicated to be gay. That makes no sense. Even bisexual makes no sense. It says Gunn revealed in a 2020 Twitter thread that he wanted to make a Cardellini's live-action Velma explicitly gay in Scooby-Doo and its 2004 sequel, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, but the studio wouldn't let him. In 2001, Velma was explicitly gay in my initial script, Gunn wrote at the time, but the studio just kept watering it down, becoming ambiguous, the version shot, then nothing, the release version, and finally having a boyfriend, the sequel. Velma was officially portrayed as a lesbian last year in the Scooby-Doo animated movie Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo, in which she is seen explicitly crushing on another female character named Coco Diablo. The recently launched HBO Max prequel series Velma also depicts Velma as queer. So, FYI, I know a bunch of straight women that crush on women and how they look all the time. So, just because you see Velma crushing on another female in terms of her looks and finding her attractive doesn't necessarily mean that she's a full-on hardcore lesbian. I know that's what they want, all right? This is people, like I say, these people look for these things. They want these things to be in the public eye, and they look for it, and they try to explain it by overanalyzing everything. And in this scenario, it's the same exact way. She might have crushed on her, but did she date her? Did they actually become girlfriends at the end of it? No, they did not. So I don't understand why you so desperately need to see this. But again, it's on them. If you want this in your entertainment, by all means. It says Velma has been around since 1969 and has never been gay the entire time. Cardellini told Entertainment Weekly last year after Velma came out, I just went to trick-or-treating with my daughter and there were a lot of Velmas out there. So I love that she still has this place in culture that is sort of always active for decades. I think her being a lesbian has been hinted at so many times, and I think it's great that it's finally out there. Yeah, it hasn't been hinted at so many times. This is what I mean. People try to find things that don't exist, and eventually, if there's enough of a loud voice, and especially now in this super gay environment that we live in where LGBTQ is thrown everywhere, of course they're going to make Velma gay now. This is the easiest way to get headlines. It's the easiest way to be stunning and brave in the public eye. It's just convenient to make Velma gay, just like it was convenient to make her not gay a couple of decades ago or even a few years ago. She was 100% straight, but now, since people want to take things out of context and they want to overanalyze everything, now she just magically is gay, and it was always meant to be so. Come on, man, miss me with that bullshit. It's such bullshit. None of it makes any sense, and like I said, they want to overanalyze everything. They want to make everything LGBTQ. By all means, you can do so. But let's not pretend that this character was always gay since the beginning. I hate when people do that. It's always like, oh, there's indications. There's little hints here and there. Well, was it ever explicitly said? If it wasn't ever explicitly said, it means nothing. You could take all these hints that you want. It means nothing. Okay? Now, in Velma's HBO Max series, now it's been explicitly said. So guess what? She's officially bisexual, at least. You should be happy with that. Now you have an official series with an official statement. You don't need innuendos. You don't need hints. It's out there. So now you got what you wanted. That's it. But to say that it was out there before and we were just not taking the hint, that's just you overanalyzing and overlooking things. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.